Hello, welcome back. It's so good to see you. So, today we are going to be doing another book review. This book is titled One by One, and it is written by Freida McFadden. You know that Freida McFadden is one of my favorite authors, and where did I get this? Oh, my mom got this for me for my birthday. So, first of all, I love books that are like this. They have like this velvety soft feel. It's like, yes. I like reading actual books that you hold in your hand, but I also like reading the Kindle books. But since this book was an actual physical copy, I thought we could do a top-down video because we haven't done a top-down book review video in a very long time. So let's just get into it. So again, this is One by One by Freida McFadden, and it says it's #1 New York Times best-selling author of The Housemaid and The Teacher. Now, I have read The Housemaid, and I do believe that there is a review on the channel. I have not read The Teacher, so if you've read that, let me know if it's good. Okay, so it says, one by one, they will get what they deserve. Ha 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 ha. Alright, this says Claire Matchett? I don't know. Needs this road trip. It will be a break from work and raising children. A chance to repair her damaged marriage. A week of hiking and hot tubbing with friends at a luxurious hotel in the woods, disconnected from the pressures of real life. Doesn't everyone need that? I think so. Okay, then on a lonely dirt road, Claire's minivan breaks down. Oh no. Will evil, with no cell reception, the group has no choice but to walk the rest of the way to their remote accommodation. My eyes are super shaky, so it's hard for me to read this. But the forest is dark and difficult to navigate, and hours later they are lost, hopelessly lost. As they venture deeper into the woods, the members of their party are struck down mysteriously, one by one. Are they being hunted? And by what or who? As Claire's dream vacation descends into a nightmare, something becomes clear. Only one of them will return home alive. This is a taut story of betrayal and survival from #1 New York Times best-selling author Freida McFadden that will leave you wondering if there's any way out of the woods. Okay, and then on the back it has covers of her other books. We've got The Coworker. I have not read that. Locked Door. I haven't read that. Never Lie. I've read it. The Inmate. I've read it. These two are very good, so I'm assuming these are good as well. And Shock. Yes, this book is good. Okay, so what do I want to say about the book? So yeah, it's about this girl, Claire. I think that's her name. Claire. Before I get into it, let me tell you that this is one of those books. It's like the thing that she does. The chapters are very short, which I love because it makes you be able to, for me, it makes me be able to read it faster, and I'm a slow reader, so, but it also does that one thing that she does where it's like, this part of the story is told by this person, and then it's told from the point of view of someone else, and to get to the continuation, you have to go to, not the next chapter, but the chapter after that, you know what I mean? Um, but this one is very interesting because you get, let me see if I can find. Okay, so you get Claire, but then you have Anonymous. Anonymous, you don't know whose point of view you're reading from. What? So it's like it adds to the mystery. So this woman, Claire, she is, I don't want to say stuck, but she's kind of stuck in like a loveless marriage, and her husband actually hate each other, okay? But neither one of them will jump and say, let's get divorced, right? So they're just kind of like stuck in this terrible environment, you know. They just, they've grown apart, and so they're going on this like little week-long vacation. It kind of reminded me of what's the name of that show, The Four Seasons, where this group of friends, they go on like vacation a couple times a year together, that kind of thing. It reminded me of that show. But so there are 6 people. We have 2 married couples and 1 couple that has been dating for, I don't know, like 6 months or something. And 3 of them are friends from college, maybe 4, I don't know. But anyway, so they have this all planned out to go to this like remote hotel or something, and you know, do like spa stuff and go hiking, and I don't know, just to get away from life, right? Gosh, so amazing. I wish I could do that. I want to go on vacation. But anyway, so you find this out real quick. There's no spoilers. So we have Claire and her husband, and then her husband's best friend and his wife, who is a lawyer. And then we have Claire's best friend and her new boyfriend. Well, Claire and her husband's best friend are having an affair. Oh my gosh, what? You find that out real quick, so it's no shock. I'm not ruining anything in the story. So Claire, the main character, has decided that when they get to the hotel, she has already told her husband, which he is not happy about this, but she said, I went ahead and booked us 2 rooms. And he's like, what? Yeah, she figured, you know, might as well enjoy our time there. And how can we enjoy our time there when we freaking hate each other? So I got 2 rooms, one for you and one for me. He's not really happy about it, but he's just like, okay, cool, good to know, noted, right? And they take a little break at a rest stop, and her and the best friend, the husband's best friend, her and the other guy, I don't know what you would call that. You don't call a guy a mistress, do you? What do you call the guy in an affair with a married woman? It can't be mistress, right? What is the term for that? But anyway, they have a little moment at a rest stop, and they are caught by one of their friends. Oh my gosh. So anyway, they are on their way to this, I don't want to call it a resort. It's somewhere, you know, off in the middle of nowhere, right? And they're not using GPS, or maybe they were using GPS, but it's in such a remote area that GPS stopped working. Well, they had printed out a map just in case. And they're going down this road that doesn't seem right because it's kind of like a bumpy dirt road, and they're like, this is the way to the resort? Like, this doesn't seem right. And then, oh no, the battery dies in Claire's vehicle. I think it's a van or something, I don't know. So they're like, well, we're gonna have to walk the rest of the way because no one gets cell phone reception. Oh no. Of course they don't get cell phone reception. Of course they don't. So they're like, okay, we're gonna have to walk. You know, it's not that far. It's not that far. So they all set out on a little walking adventure, and they're like, once we get there, we'll send someone back. We can tow the vehicle, you know, that kind of thing. But the terrain, I guess is what you call it, is quite rough. It's exhausting, you know. And they're like, it's got to be like a mile away, you know. So they're walking. It's not a mile away. Something's off. Something is off. And they're like, gosh, what is gonna happen, you know, because it's starting to get dark, and we're not that far. Where the hell is this cabin or, you know, retreat place? I don't know. Well, it gets dark, I guess. I don't know. They're walking forever, and they start to get hungry. And they only brought a certain amount. Like, somebody has trail mix, somebody else has beef jerky, and then like 2 bottles of water, you know, because it's not like they were expecting this. So they're walking, and then Claire and one of her friends are kind of like in the back, and her friend is like, ooh, look, blueberries. I'm gonna eat them. And Claire's like, are you crazy? You don't know? She's like, these are 100% blueberries. I grew up picking blueberries when I was a kid. These are blueberries, blah, blah, blah. She eats the blueberries. Claire does not. Something is not going right. Her friend is not feeling well. Oh no. Things start happening. And one by one, something happens to each person in this party. I don't want to give too much away, but there are signs of a beast or some type of animal that is out here in these woods, because there are these big gash marks like in trees, and I don't know, there's a lot of stuff. Now this book, to me, I don't want to say that it was scary, like something that you would want to scare you for Halloween or something like that, but this book was scary to me because this could really happen, I think. That's also, you're in the woods, in the middle of nowhere. That's a scary situation for me. I don't like that. But I think in general, this is more just like an intense story, and it is a mystery because something weird is going on here. Very odd. And you're constantly trying to figure out what is going on here. Is this like supernatural? Is this a beast? Is it one of us? What is going on, right? And it's just, when you get to the point where you're like, wait a minute, is it one of us? Then you really start questioning, like, who can I trust? Who can I trust out of my friends, out of my lover, out of my husband, who can I trust? You know? And that to me is the scariest part, because it's like, what is happening here? Okay? And they're supposedly a mile off from this hotel, resort, cabin place or whatever, but they can never get there. Why is that? Something is weird. They're using a compass, they're using a map. Something's off. What is going on? And they're stuck in this deep, dark forest for days. Days. And each day that goes by, more strange things starts happening. It's like, what is going on? So it's really intense, because you want to know what is going on, what is happening. Who is this anonymous character? It's insane. It's insane. It's super good. And I'm not going to, I can't go into more detail than that. Not really, because I don't want to give anything away. I loved the book the whole way through. Until I got to the very last sentence. And then I became enraged. It doesn't change the fact that the book is good. The book is good, even with this freaking last line. But the last line changed the tone of the book for me, because it's a great book. And I will probably read this again. I can't wait for my mom to read it. I can't wait for my daughter to read it. But that last line pissed me off, because it just proves that even in book world, life is not fair. It's not fair. It's like, what? And in classic Freida McFadden style, she has you guessing the whole way through, and then you're like, I got it. I have figured it out. You're not getting one over me on this time, Freida McFadden. Except then she does. And you're like, wait, what? Which is why it's great. So I loved the book, and then in the last line I hated it, and I was enraged, but then I had to take time. I had to have some time in between finishing the book and giving you the book review, because it affected me, okay? That was my mom, sorry. I needed time to process and deal with that last line. But that just shows to me that this is a great book, because that's the point of a book, is to make the reader feel emotion, right? Yep, that happened. So anyway, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about the book. I highly recommend it. It's super good. It's not one of my favorites of her. It's probably like number three. But it's up there. Because it's really good. And yeah, I'm excited to move on to my next book, but this is one that I'm going to be keeping, and I will read it again, because of the way that it ended. It's like, I want to go back and read it knowing what I know now. You know what I mean? Anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.